earth and bring me back from death to life, I'm big and bad enough to find out, who is this God? Who is he? What can he do? How far can I go? And I shut everybody out. I shut my parents out, my children out. I put all that in his hands. I gave it all to him. I was just focused on him. If you can do this, I know you can take care of them. And so when I put my mind on him and I started walking to according to everything as close to it as I could, I was walking in it. Everything he said, I was doing it. Baby, God started talking to me. He started using me. I didn't have nothing. He was supplying every need that I had. Before I could open up my mouth, he was making things happen. If I just thought of something in my mind that I needed or I had to have, God would make it just like magic. It would just come from, I didn't care what it would, and it came just the way I needed it, just the way I thought it in my mind before I could even speak it. When he said he know your thought before you can even speak it, every word came alive off that page in my life. It came alive. And I did not want for nothing. I loved him like I was, in love with him. Any problem I had, I went to him for it, with it. Even my sexual problem, I don't care how little it was, how big it was. He said he didn't care. I went to him for everything. I didn't care what it was. My car broke down. I went to him for that. I went to him for every crazy thing, everything. I used everything I could think of to call. I called him, and he did it. Before I even asked it, he was taking care of it. He was doing it. He was giving me everything. I didn't even have to ask him for nothing. And I say, man, God treat me better than any man ever treated me. He was, the love that I wanted to have with a man, that they would never return it, he was returning the love, the real love. I didn't even know what love was until I fell in love with him. So this love we think we got down here, that ain't no love. That love that make you do anything with these individuals, with these people, these men or whatever, that is not even love. That ain't no love, I'm telling you. Because you ain't got to open your mouth. God knows what's in your heart. He knows what's in your mind. And when you walk in that word and you follow him, he's going to show you what love is. A lot of people die and don't even get a chance to know what love is. You don't even know. You have to know how God, if you're in love with somebody, you want to know what they like, when they like it, what they like to wear, what's their favorite color. You want to know everything about them. When you're in love with somebody, you want to know everything about him. But all we know is what people tell us. Because in a few words, we'll get in it and we'll read a few scriptures, a few chapters, a few, books. But we don't know everything about him. We don't know how he is, because if we did, we'd be moving and walking in it. And that fear, you don't be afraid of nothing. God don't let nothing touch you. People could say something ugly to you. Say, that's the reason why I know this word is real. People can say something ugly to you, whereas I had to use you, Michelle, because I know y'all. Somebody, or either her or Vita too. Somebody can say something to you that'll make you go off before you even think about it. Yeah. But something can happen, or somebody can say something to you, and it make you forget you're a Christian. It's like a reflex. Yes. You know what I'm saying? You may curse, you may fight, you may throw something, you may do something real, real crazy. But when you in him, and you really in him, and really in love with him, people say stuff, that same thing to you that you know that you would lose your mind behind without even thinking. They will say that same thing to you, and it won't even touch you. You won't feel a thing. You won't feel nothing. You won't feel a thing. But I'm saying all of that to say, man, if we really just sit back and think about how in love with us, God is. Each and every one of us. God has, we still here. Even after all we've done, after the way we treated him, we still here. If we would just show him half of the love that he's showing us. Because God is, I'm telling you, he's doing things for us that we don't even realize. I couldn't eat, I couldn't walk, I couldn't talk, I couldn't do simple things, just plain everyday things that we do. I couldn't go to the bathroom, I couldn't urinate, I couldn't have bowel movement. I couldn't do nothing. I didn't know, I had been without water and food so long, I didn't even know what it tastes like or how it feels to be in my body. It was like foreign when God did, bring me back. But the things I couldn't do, when the Lord brought me back, it's like, I used to say, I never would have thought that God was doing all of this because we're just so used to having it. Because we were born with it, we've been having it all our life. We just take it for granted that that's supposed to be, But I mean, you don't miss it until it's gone. You don't know that God is blessing you with it until it's gone. People lose their limbs, they don't miss it until it's gone. We don't think about, well, that could be us. I used to when the Lord first brought me back and saved me, when I was out there on them drugs and stuff, man, I would see people, oh my God, I would just almost cry because I would feel sorry for them because I said, Lord, they don't know. They don't even know. And God, when he say, when Jesus left and he said that these things that I do, you'll be able to do. Greater things. Greater. Now, we know what he did. Do we see ourselves? Do you think you could do that? Do you see yourself as just going over here and somebody that can't walk laying hands on them and they getting up walking? Do you see yourself going to the funeral and laying your hand on somebody in the casket and they getting up? Do you see yourself? No. No. We don't believe it. Either we don't believe the word or we don't know it. If we don't believe God or we don't know him. So we got to find out which one it is. Because that's the reason why we can pray all day, but if it ain't there, it's not going to happen. We're going to be struggling until we leave here. But we got to either believe, if it's not believing, we got to get to know him better. We got to spend more time with him. We got to be real. We got to know if we just know the love, all the love that God is giving us, how he's blessing us and raising us up, and every day of our life. If we could just be grateful for what he's doing for us, it'll come natural. It'll come easy for us. It won't be so hard. It's hard for us because we're like, well, okay, I got to go do this for Jesus. Oh, I got to go do this for my husband. Oh, I got to go do this for my kids. Oh, I got to go to help this person over here. Oh, I got. If we realize that if we just go do what we're supposed to do for Jesus, he's gonna take care of the rest of that. He's gonna take care of the rest of it. He's gonna make it happen. He's gonna tell us what to do. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how else to say it. But God is in love with us. We got to be in love with him. And all these things he said in this word, everything he said in that word, it's going to come to pass. It's going to happen. It will happen. But we got to do something too. We got to be committed. He's committed to us, but we're not committed to him. We have to look at it as if it's us on the other end, where he at. And we're doing all this here for somebody. And then they putting us last on the totem pole, and we putting them first. Every time. Every time. And he still, if we ask him for something, ask him to do stuff for us, he still do it. He still do it. He healed you. He healed me. And I'm still messing up. But God knows my heart. He know I'm trying to do everything I can because I know I done been there. And I don't want to go back. I ain't going back for nobody. That's one thing I will not do. I may mess up, I may fall off, but baby, when I see I'm off the track, I'm running trying to get back on track. I'm not finna do it. I'm not finna do it. I'm gonna press, I'm gonna push, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get to please him to the best of my ability. And I'm telling you,